Boss, I'm on the way to the Phoebus Theater.
Who's this?
Boss, bring the sacks and go get your money.
Time to take down the boss of this operation and find the rest of those museum pieces.
You were supposed to pay us on our last delivery.
You'll get paid when I get everything. Where is it?
Where is what?
Lewis said you were bringing the saxophone.
On a rooftop.
Lewis said. Lewis got picked up by the cops. He don't got no saxophone.
You set this meeting up!
No, we didn't. Now where's our money?
Where is the saxophone?
Miles watches them.
Darren? The big donor from the museum? Better bust up this party and have a talk with him. I should get the whole bunch wrapped up before they hurt someone.
We're fed up with you not
Triangle
paying
button,
us.
web strike takedown.
We don't work for free.
Triangle
I
button,
think
web
maybe
strike
we need to show
takedown.
you how we feel. With our fists.
Yeah, hang on now.
We should have never trusted you in the first place.
What are you even doing here?
If you're not gonna pay us, we're gonna steal that stuff back.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We're not talkers,
Triangle
we're
button,
doers.
web strike
It's our
takedown.
turn to run this show.
You've got so much money. Let's see some of it.
Take a step back.
Triangle button, circle button.
What's he doing here? We need
Triangle
Leon
button,
with the
circle
big
button,
guns!
finisher.
They're still on the
Triangle
way!
button, circle button,
Spider-Man,
finisher.
help me!
I'm just trying to get the stolen things
Triangle
back
button,
for the
circle
museum.
button, finisher.
That's not true!
I can
Triangle button,
explain.
circle button, finisher.
That's gonna have to be a longer conversation.
Circle button, finisher.
Escape now!
Triangle button, circle button, finisher. Triangle button, circle
There's another
button,
one!
finisher.
Get him!
Triangle button, circle button, finisher. Triangle button, circle button, finisher.
Hey, look out for that guy over there!
Circle button, finisher.
Well, that seems to be all of them. Let's get to the bottom of this with Darren.
Darren clutches his side and looks up.
Oh, thank you, Spider-Man. And I assure you, there's a very reasonable explanation.
That seems extremely dubious. Wait till Councilwoman Morales hears you were involved in this.
Leon's here! Time to exterminate a spider!
Darren, stay back.
Thieves on a neighboring rooftop pull out a rocket launcher.
Triangle button, circle button, finisher.
You can't stop us, Spider-Man!
L1 button, R1 button, hold, control. Triangle button, circle button, finisher. Triangle button, circle button, finisher. R1 button, use gadget.
Fight me, hero! Come on!
R1 button, use gadget. R1 button, use gadget.
Take him down!
L1
Darren?
button, R1 button, hold, pull.
Are you kidding me? He was right here. I still have his number. Sounds like he's close. Bad guys on Darren's tail. Can't blame them. They want their money.
Who is this? Is this Lewis?
Darren, stop the car!
Spider-Man? Can you at least stop these guys chasing me?
You weren't trying to retrieve those things. You were the one behind the robbery in the first place.
I care about these objects!
You pretended to care, and then stole from the museum. It's this community's history.
It's my family's history! I don't expect you to understand.
I don't think I'm the one who doesn't understand.
Triangle button.
Let's get these other bad guys out the way first. Gotta stop this and put all these guys behind police are on their way. Gotta catch up to Darren.
Are you still there? Look, my father was one of the most successful music producers ever. He produced half the artists in that museum.
Good for him. Now stop the car and tell me where the rest of the pieces are.
we go!
Miles lands on the car.
Not today, Darren.
Darren swerves, but Miles holds onto the roof. Miles reaches down to tear off the door, then flings Darren out of the driver's seat. He leaps into the car as it swerves out of control. He stops just short of a wall.
Whew. Glad I remember which one was the brake. Should probably get my license one of these days.
Miles swings to where Darren is webbed up to a wall.
Just so I get this right. All that talk of supporting the museum. All Angela's time you wasted asking about operations and security. All lies. So you can learn how to steal the collection.
But my family...
No.
Miles yanks Darren down to the sidewalk and stands to face him.
I'm sure you do care about this music. But those things don't belong to you. They belong to this community.
Let's go, sir. You're under arrest.
A police officer pulls Darren's hands behind his back and escorts him off. As Darren glares, Miles gives him a fluttering wave, then shakes his head. Rio and Angela stand at a podium.
This event would not have been possible without our wonderful curator, Angela, and this entire community. The way we pulled together to recover the stolen items is nothing less than amazing.
Okay.
Miles looks around.
Thanks to every one of you for saving the museum.
And thank you, Rio.
Triangle Button, a dancer, singer and comedian. Florence Mills
Think
shot to
Abuela
star
had a
in
book
role
about
in
her.
the 1921
Gotta
Broadway
take a look
musical
when I get
Venom.
home.
An outspoken advocate of equal rights for Black Americans, she was a powerful role model and broke numerous racial barriers. Triangle Button, examine. Triangle Button, examine.
Hey, I guess it all worked out. This museum is fire. And so much music I want to go listen to now.
Right? Bro, it's so inspiring. Hey, you want to have breakfast tomorrow? I could tell you all my new music ideas.
Let's do it. I'm gonna keep checking this out.
Triangle Button, talk.
Miles, isn't this place awesome? I'm embarrassed to say I've never been here before, but after hearing about the robbery, I thought I'd better come check it out. From what I heard, that guy convinced himself all this stuff rightfully belonged to him.
Crazy what some people can convince themselves is true.
Triangle Button,
Hey,
talk.
I heard you helped find the missing saxophone.
Yeah, I got to hold it. Bird coax miracles from that hunk of metal.
My dad was a big Charlie Parker fan. He'd be happy to know the sax is here for everyone to appreciate.
And maybe lead them back to the music. Music is magic.
Triangle, a Trinidad-born American, Hazel Scott was a piano prodigy and virtuoso who received scholarships to study at Juilliard at age 8. She became an acclaimed jazz and classical pianist and vocalist through the 1930s
Hope I can say I
and
accomplished
1940s
that much
in New
someday.
York nightclubs. The first Black woman to have her own television show in America, she used her visibility to advocate for civil rights. Triangle Button, examine. Triangle Button, examine. Triangle Button, examine. Triangle Button, examine. A dancer, singer and Triangle Button, examine. Triangle Button. Drummer Clyde Stubblefield laid down some of the most influential.
Yeah, those
and
are some
most
funk
stable
beats.
funk rhythms ever
Gotta
recorded.
study up on
His
this
drum
guy.
patterns laid the foundation not only for funk music, but also for much of hip-hop. Triangle Button. Examine. Triangle Button. Examine. Triangle Button. Examine.
Too many people. Gotta go around.
Triangle Button. Talk.
We were hoping you'd be here. Oh, wow. Your mom is something else.
That she is.
Can you believe that guy pretended to be a donor and then robbed the place? Thank God he didn't get away with it.
I agree. This stuff needs to be here. Not in some guy's penthouse where he's the only one who could see it.
Triangle Button. Examine. Langston Hughes wrote poetry, plays and novels, and was
Down
greatly
on
influential
Lenox
during
Avenue
Harlem
the other
Renaissance.
night,
He wrote for Black
by the
people, about
pale,
Black
dull
people, in the style of
pallor
Black
of an
art
old
form,
gaslight.
jazz. His words mimic the swing,
He did a
the rhythm,
lazy
the
swing.
repetition of jazz.
He did a
The Weary
lazy
Blues
swing.
by Langston Hughes droning a drowsy
That's
syncopated
some lyrics
tune,
right there.
rocking back and forth to a mellow croon. I heard a Negro play. Down on Lenox Avenue the other night by the pale dull pallor of an old gaslight he did a lazy sway. He did a lazy sway. To the tune of those weary blues. With his ebony hands on each ivory key he made that poor piano moan with melody. Oh blues. Swaying to and fro on his rickety stool, he played that sad, raggy tune like a musical fool. Sweet blues. Coming from a black man's soul. Oh, blues. In a deep song voice with a melancholy tone, I heard that negro sing, that old piano moan, ain't got nobody in all this world, ain't got nobody but myself. I's gwine to quit my frowning and put my troubles on the shelf. Thump, 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 went his foot on the floor. He played a few chords, then he sang some more. I got the weary blues and I can't be satisfied. Got the weary blues and can't be satisfied. I ain't happy no more and I wish that I had died. And far into the night he crooned that tune. The stars went out and so did the moon. The singer stopped playing and went to bed while the weary blues echoed through his head. He slept like a rock or a man that's dead. Triangle button, examine. Triangle button, examine. Triangle button. Claude McKay was a Jamaican-American poet, novelist,
Art and music can
intellectual
really
and
make a
political
difference in
activist
the
who
world.
became a central figure of the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. His poems celebrated Jamaican culture and pushed back against the racism he experienced when he came to America. Triangle button, examine. Triangle button, examine. Triangle button. Gabriel Jones was an accomplished jazz trumpeter in 1930s Harlem.
It's so cool how other people have been able to do music and save the world stuff.
Music together before enlisting in Army intelligence during World War II. Ballerman was held as a POW by the Nazis and valiantly gave his life while saving humanity from a Nazi virus. Jones later served in the Korean War and served a long and distinguished career in SHIELD. Triangle button, examine. Triangle button, examine. Triangle button, talk.
Angela, I'm Miles, Councilwoman Morales' son.
Miles, she talks about you all the time.
Congratulations on the exhibit. I'm glad it all came together.
Thanks to your mom and Spider-Man, of course. Whew, this neighborhood is blessed to have them both.
Triangle button, talk.
Hey, Miles! I figured I'd better come see that saxophone in its rightful place.
It was your tip that helped with the saxophone recovery.
Aw, not really. It was all ours, Spider-Man. The guy, not the cat.
Well, it was a community effort. Give your Spider-Man some ear scratches for me.
I will.
Triangle button, down. Triangle button, down. Saxophonist Charlie Parker, also known as Bird, helped develop the
So
bebop
basically,
style, which
bebop
expanded
let
the
musicians
possibilities
show
of jazz
off.
music by speeding up tempos,
Eugene was
adding
right.
more complex
That
chord
is what
progressions, and
MCs
allowing
do.
for virtuosity and improvisation.
Gotta listen a little
Triangle
more
button,
closely.
examine. Saxophonist Charlie Parker, also known as Bird, helped develop the bebop style, which expanded the possibilities of jazz music by speeding up tempos, adding more complex chord progressions, and allowing for virtuosity and improvisation. Cross button, show / triangle button, examine. Triangle button, talk.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Rio spots Miles and extends both her hands to grab his.
Angela told me the museum has a record number of new memberships.
Seriously?
They're gonna be okay.
They hug, both smiling brightly.
Couldn't have done it without you, Ma.
Rio leans in conspiratorially.
Now hear me out. What if we really teamed up on the next one? I can get my own suit.
Ma.
Subtitles.
Maybe.
Something with
I won't
sparkles?
be you.
Ma, stop. Stop. Stop it. Get it out of here. Dance with me. Show me how to salsa.
The light from the displays of the music history exhibit casts a warm glow as Miles dances with his mom.